In a world where celebrity families often seem picture perfect, moments like this remind us that they face the same emotional challenges as everyone else. Today, fans across America are pausing to reflect as Mark Consuelos shares a quiet but deeply emotional family update involving his son and daughter. It's not about headlines or fame, it's about family, resilience, and standing together during a difficult chapter. This heartfelt update has touched many, sparking concern, empathy, and an outpouring of support from fans who understand that even the strongest families have moments of sadness. In the public eye, celebrity families often appear strong, smiling, and untouched by everyday struggles. But behind the cameras and red carpets, they face the same emotional realities as millions of American families. Recently, fans have been paying close attention as a quiet but emotional chapter unfolded in the life of actor and television personality Mark Consuelos, involving his son and daughter. While there are no dramatic scandals or shocking revelations, the update has resonated deeply, precisely because it feels real, human, and relatable. This is not a story about tragedy in the traditional sense. Instead, it's about a family navigating a difficult emotional period, supporting one another, and choosing privacy over spectacle. And for many fans, that honesty is what makes this moment so touching. A family known for strength in unity. Mark Consuelos and his wife, beloved TV host Kelly Ripa, have long been admired in American pop culture for their close-knit family dynamic. Over the years, they've spoken openly about parenting, marriage, and the challenges of raising children in the public spotlight. Their openness has helped many fans feel connected to them, not just as celebrities, but as parents. Their children have grown up largely away from controversy, guided by values of independence, education, and emotional grounding. That's why this recent family update has drawn attention, not because of drama, but because it reveals a quieter, more vulnerable side of family life. Even in famous families, every parent understands that there are moments when children face emotional transitions, times of uncertainty, pressure, or change. For Mark Consuelos' son and daughter, this chapter appears to be one of those moments. Whether related to growing responsibilities, personal growth, life transitions, or emotional challenges, it's clear the family is moving carefully and thoughtfully through it together. Sources close to the family suggest this is a period marked by reflection rather than crisis. Still, any moment that affects children deeply will naturally affect parents just as strongly. Fans have noticed a more reserved tone in recent appearances, sparking concern and compassion. Longtime viewers of Mark and Kelly have noticed subtle changes, a more reflective tone, moments of seriousness woven into conversations, and an increased emphasis on family support. These changes haven't been announced with headlines. Instead, they've been felt. For many fans across the U.S., this has been a reminder that emotional challenges don't always come with dramatic announcements. Sometimes they arrive quietly and require strength, patience, and unity to move through. One thing Mark Consuelos has consistently emphasized throughout his career is protecting his children's privacy. In an age of viral headlines and instant speculation, that decision matters more than ever. Rather than offering details, the family has chosen to keep the focus on emotional support and togetherness, and that choice has earned them respect. Many parents watching from home recognize the instinct. When children are navigating something difficult, they don't need exposure, they need safety. So why has this quiet family update touched so many people? Because it mirrors real life. Across the United States, families are dealing with emotional transitions, kids growing up, leaving home, facing pressure, or finding their identity. Seeing a well-known family acknowledge a sad chapter without sensationalism reminds people they're not alone. This isn't about fame, it's about parenthood, empathy, and resilience. While Mark Consuelos is widely known for his acting career and television presence, moments like this highlight another role he takes seriously: being a father. Those close to the family describe him as steady and present, someone who values communication and emotional awareness. In times like these, that role becomes even more important. Rather than public statements, his actions reflect quiet leadership within his family. What stands out most in this chapter is unity. There's no indication of conflict within the family. Instead, everything points to closeness. Parents standing beside their children, siblings supporting one another, a family choosing togetherness over attention. In today's world, where personal struggles are often turned into content, that choice feels meaningful. Interestingly, fan reactions have been less about curiosity and more about care. Social media responses show messages of encouragement, understanding, and respect for boundaries. Many fans have written that they appreciate the family's honesty without oversharing, and that the situation has encouraged them to check in on their own loved ones. That kind of response speaks volumes. This moment also opens a broader conversation about emotional well-being, especially for young adults growing up in high-expectation environments. Even with supportive parents, financial stability, and public admiration, emotional challenges still exist. Recognizing that reality helps remove stigma and reminds people that needing support is not a weakness. It's important to be clear, this is not a story of scandal, loss, or irreversible tragedy. It's a story of a family acknowledging that not every chapter is joyful, and that's okay. Life has seasons. Some are bright, others are heavy. What matters most is how families face them together. In the celebrity world, silence often sparks speculation, but sometimes silence is intentional and protective. By choosing not to disclose details, Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa are placing their children's emotional needs above public curiosity. That decision reflects maturity, respect, and love. For many parents watching, it's a powerful example. While this chapter may be described as sad, it does not define the family's future. Emotional moments pass, growth happens, strength builds quietly. Those close to the family remain optimistic, and fans continue to send positive energy. There's a shared understanding that this is a moment, not an ending. Ultimately, this story isn't just about Mark Consuelos' son and daughter. Parents supporting children through tough times, families choosing unity over exposure, emotional honesty without exploitation, and the quiet strength it takes to face life's harder chapters. That's why it matters. In a media landscape driven by shock and exaggeration, this story stands out for its restraint. A sad chapter doesn't have to be loud to be meaningful. Sometimes, the most powerful moments are the ones handled with dignity. As fans continue to watch from afar, one thing is clear: the Consuelos family is facing this moment the same way countless families across America do. Together, privately, and with care. And that, in itself, is a story worth telling. As this chapter quietly unfolds, one thing remains clear. Even families who live in the spotlight walk through moments of sadness just like everyone else. Mark Consuelos' story isn't about fame or headlines. It's about being present, protective, and united when it matters most. For many watching from home, this update serves as a gentle reminder to check in on the people we love, to listen more closely, and to offer support without judgment. Because sometimes, the strongest families aren't the loudest. They're the ones that stand together in silence, with hope for brighter days ahead.